Hello, I'm Ekaterina, and I am a program manager for the data science and generative AI courses at Constructor Academy. Today, I will show you how to implement summarization task with the generative AI locally, paralleling it on the GPU NVIDIA RTX A5000 of my HP ZBook Fury mobile workstation. So we will use transformers and transformers models like GPT and BERT are pivotal in AI for tasks including text generation and summarization, and we'll focus on fine-tuning these models for efficient and high-quality text summarization. So let's talk about abstractive summarization, what it is. So the summarization is one of the most challenging NLP tasks, as it requires a range of abilities such as understanding long passages and generating coherent text that captures the main topics in a document. And remember that this is the sequence-to-sequence problem and requires past documents with the large and short form to make the model learn enough patterns to take in a new large document in the future and summarize it. So let's start with installing the libraries. And as usual in Python, you need to install something, and we install the data sets and transformers libraries. So we then will load the data set, the CNN Daily Mail data set, news articles, where we already have the full article and its highlights. Let's see how it looks. And if we open the click here, we see the full version and the highlight. And there is an article about Harry Potter, quite a good topic for after New Year time, actually. So we get back and load the data set, and that's what we see is exactly this article about Harry Potter. So we actually downloaded the correct data set, and yeah, its highlights is also here. Once we train our model with this data set, we need to evaluate it somehow. And for evaluation, we will use the ROUGE score. We also need to install the library. And the ROUGE score is basically the metric to compare our AI-generated summaries to human-made ones. So the score is ranging from 0 to 1, 1 meaning the good score. And as we see our examples here, our generated summary, I absolutely loved reading the Hunger Games. And if we compare it to the reference summary, I loved reading the Hunger Games. We see it's quite close to each other, this man-made and generated summaries, and the ROUGE score also shows us that close to 1, the output close to 1. So we have quite a good comparison between those two summaries, indeed. So let's think further how we use our data to work with the model. And we need to pre-process it first, of course, and we use tokenizer for it. Our task is to transform the words into numbers. And we use it with the help of tokenizer, which we also import from the transformers library. So we will use the T5 small model, and this was pre-trained on this model is versatile for various NLP tasks like summarization, question answering, translation, and so on. But technically, we can use any sequence-to-sequence version from Transformers library from Model Hub. Let's check the Model Hub. And we see sequence, like here, you can find the models, and we can choose sequence-to-sequence models or directly only filter by summarization task and use any of those instead of T5. So we need to fine-tune the model, and so the tokenization is done. Let's move on. And here is the fine-tuning of transformer model. And now that our data is ready, we can download the pre-trained model and fine-tune it. And T5 model was pre-trained on a different type of text. That's why we need to fine-tune it to our data set. We'll do it by setting the parameters like learning rate or weight, decay, etc. Like we set different parameters. And the next step is to define the specific data collator, which will help us to prepare a data properly. So the last step is to define for our sequence-to-sequence trainer that we create is to define the how to compute the metrics from the predictions. We will feed our trainer with the model that we chose, the T5 small, with the arguments we created, which including the learning rate and etc. We set the data set and the data collator. We use tokenizer and the metrics from the function above. So let's do it. And now is the time to run it on our HP ZBook Fury. So fortunately, I have this powerful GPU and to complete the task. Otherwise, I could possibly wait for a couple of days for the task to be finished. And it says we'll need about 20 minutes to run the code for the 3 epochs, which is a fair time for such a large data set and a large model. So we just wait. And as the computation now in process, let's see if it uses the GPU. Yep, it uses it fully, and it almost all the memory, so the parallelization is there. So it's finished and it took around 26 minutes. And now is the time to check, was it good or not? So after training, we'll test our model with current news, like Google's recent Gemini model launch. So let's see what our T5 model thinks about its competitor. The new model released just last month on December 6th, the Gemini model. Here is the document. And our result produced by the fine-tuned model is here. So the document is about the Gemini. Learn more about Gemini, our most capable AI model. And this is the human-made summary. And here we see the summary produced by our T5 fine-tuned model, which is quite good. If we read about it, Gemini is a multimodal AI model, meaning it can process and generate different formats of data, including text, code, audio, images, and video. And there is some additional information. For example, built from the ground up to the multimodal, Gemini can generalize and seamlessly understand, operate across, and combine different types of information. So quite good. If you ask me, it's very relevant, I would say. I would summarize it myself, something similar, I guess. So not bad at all. And below you can find examples of the CNN News summaries made by humans and made by machine. Looks also good. So I want to mention that this demo was made in collaboration with Dipanjan Sarkar, our lead data scientist, and thanks a lot, DJ. Now it's time to say goodbye, and I, of course, want to thank you as well for watching this video and for your interest in generative AI. We see each other soon, probably in the next episode. In the meantime, stay healthy and curious.